We've been doing some work around the house, and I wanted to show you something. This table thing here was originally for Joe's office in the college, but then it was Jake's night table for a while, and now Jake has a new night table, so I have it. That needs to move, and so I'm kind of in the process of reorganizing my room to try to make everything work correctly. So here's hoping that it goes okay. So what I've decided to do, at least for the time being, is take all of my drinks, hopefully not knock them over, but shove them in here so that they're not just strewn about all over the room. And then this also slides out to give me a little bit extra space, which is nice. But for now, that clears out a good chunk of what was over here. There's still plenty to deal with, though, that will not fit in there. May not be sponsored by Bang, but I do enjoy it enough to have plenty of it. It's very rare that I come in here, but we're kind of using this as storage, but ultimately this is going to become a guest room. That's why we've left this bed here. We're going to try to keep it together and then keep the door shut so that the dogs can't get in here. But this was like the main objective of the day, trying to get this room somewhat in order. And you'll notice this bin of wires is the one from my room, which means randomly in the middle of the night I'm gonna have to be coming down here, which is not gonna be fun, but whatever. Today has been a day. An exhausting day, but a day. And as soon as the Pikmin sprouts, the pellet posies bloom. Huh? It moved! I don't think it's a treasure. What could it be? Looks kind of like a plant. Could this be that thing Captain Olimar wrote about in his voyage log? Called it an onion. So today, I did a stream, and I was going to do this and then some Danganronpa because I didn't realize this was going to take up the entire stream, but I ended up playing the Pikmin 4 demo that just dropped, and I was super excited about it, and did a many visits of it, which should be out by the time you're getting this, and the game is a lot of fun. There are a lot of little things that changed between the rest of the series and this, and which was a bit weird to get used to, especially the controls, which when I played Pikmin 1 on the Switch, and the controls were a little bit weird compared to what I was used to, it's because they made it more in line with what they were doing for 4, which in hindsight makes a lot of sense, because you would want people to be more or less used to how your new game is going to be if you're going to port older games in the series. So that just makes sense. But more or less, yeah, it was a lot of fun. If you want my full thoughts, go watch either the mini visit or the stream. Both of which, like I said, should be on YouTube by the time you get this. Y'all already know Xenoblade is my favorite series. So it should come to no surprise that I started streaming Xenoblade 3. Today, we begin another adventure. I'm gonna say it in a recording. Fuck you, Bop It. I'm playing in English. It was a matter of time. Really. But I figured now would be the time, because I'm in the mood for it, and enough time has passed from Future Redeem's release that I'm getting a hankering to play the base game again. So, plus, It means I can finally start talking about stuff from 3 with Jordan and with Kim, especially, because, oh my lord, there's a lot to talk about between base game and the DLC, which makes me very excited. Very, very excited. I don't really have much to talk about that doesn't involve spoilers, but I can tell you that this first stream we made it to shortly after the party gets their powers. And that's all I'm really going to get into. Because, like I said, I don't want to get too into spoilers here, but like I said, favorite series, definitely excited to be playing more. Gonna be a little sad when I finish it, but it's a problem for later. Hi. Happy 4th of July. It's been about a year now since I started doing weekly vlogs, right? Obviously I didn't work on them straight through because there was a lot of stuff going on, and then Java passed away, so I was like, let me get all of this out so I can push out the week that he passed so that I don't have to think about it, and then I'll talk about it, and then that never came because I never felt ready to, and then eventually I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna skip that week. I'm just not gonna talk about it. And then I spent a bit of time catching up, took off from streaming so that I had more time to work on it, and ultimately caught up in time for the movie. And yeah, I didn't think that much would happen in the span of a year. But there was a lot more that happened than I thought. Not enough for me to want to switch back to daily. I've been taking kindly to this weekly format, but frankly, it kind of just works for me. Especially because I can sit down and push it out when it's ready and not as soon as the weekends, and suddenly, oh god, I'm 2 weeks behind. That's 14 and a half videos now. No. Being 2 weeks behind is, oh, I only have 2 videos to push out. Because they are weeks and not individual days. Which, you might argue that because it's weekly, it's still the same amount of footage to go through. Arguably, yes. However, sitting down and editing through one 10-minute video is a lot easier on me than going through 7 to 14 2 to 3 minute videos. So it's like I said, it just works for me. So I'm gonna continue doing this. If I feel like at some point I can do some other format, I will. But for now, I'm enjoying this. I'm gonna stick with this. It is Tuesday, so it is the end of the week. And I don't think there's gonna be anything else, so I'd like to thank you all for watching. Hope you had yourself a damn good one, and I'll see you next week.